Hey everyone, okay, out here working on Hooptie number 3, installing an electric fuel pump. This job is very easy to do. I've actually shown it in previous videos, but I'll just give a quick tutorial. I've already drilled 2 holes right there and there on the inside. That's where the fuel pump's going to be. If I was a hack, I'd mount the fuel pump to the outside, but I'm not a hack. I'll do it a little bit harder way, and I'll mount the fuel pump to the inside. The fuel line comes from the tank already on this side. I wanted to go to the other side, but there's a few things in the way. Probably a few things that will be taken off at a later date anyways, but I didn't feel like taking them off right now, so I figured mount the fuel pump closest to the actual fuel line. You don't want these pumps to be basically sucking too hard. You kind of want them gravity fed to the pump, and then they'll produce the pressure going out. On my Cub Cadet, I mounted the fuel pump upright like this, and it pretty much burned out the pump. It will work, but basically to make it run, you got to tap the wire, and it's a pain in the butt. So this one will be mounted in there, somewhat like this. I'll run the wires out. My main goal right now is just to get it put in, get it plumbed in, and see if it works. That's the main thing I want to do. These pumps here, about 29 bucks. I got 2 of them. One for this machine here, and either one for the racing lawnmower or one for the Cub Cadet, because it needs a new fuel pump. So I haven't yet decided what the second one's going to. But in the kit, it comes with a brand new fuel filter and clamps, which is nice. And they're the halfway decent clamps. So really, for 29 bucks, you're getting a usable fuel pump, a low pressure. It's 2.5 to 4 psi. So that shouldn't overpower this engine. If worst case scenario, I did say this before, I'll put a fuel shutoff in line first, and that will slow down the pressure going into the pump. But I have ran these before, and I have not really had an issue with them. On my old racing mower, I had an electric fuel pump. I had a return line, but really it's not necessary to do that. Depends on the pump you got. So they are designed for these engines, and this engine here already having a fuel pump on it. I'm going to be running the new fuel line straight through where the old ones were, and hopefully everything will work out. I have drained the tank. I wasn't going to, but I did decide to do that. Next is to either reuse that filter there, which is actually a new filter, or use the one in the kit, get the fuel pump installed, and we'll try this out. Like I said, for the wiring, I'm just going to temporarily hook it to the battery, and we'll see if this machine will run in the next video. But fuel pump, very easy job. Just make sure you have the in to in, out to out, wire it in. Make sure it's on key on power. Obviously, you don't want it to run constantly unless you have a return system and you want to kill your battery. But key on power, and that's pretty much all you really have to do. You don't need a fuse. The fuse in the actual machine will take care of the pump as well. If you really want to be cautious, you could put a fuse in there, and if you really want to be cautious, you could probably put a fuel pump relay in there. But that stuff isn't really needed for something like this, in my opinion. So electric fuel pump, get it installed. I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.